Hey guys, it's me, Kristy Lee. I was asked to do sort of an update about the job and to tell you guys a little bit more about it. If you watched I think it was the last video I put up, it's called Going to an Interview. I got a job at Subway again. It's not the same location that I was at before. It's at a different location. They're owned and managed by different people. My favorite coworker from the other store, Jen, is now working for this company, and they were looking to hire 6 new people because the store that she used to run closed down temporarily to renovate. They joined with a gas station, and they're now going to be it's going to be a 24-hour store. So they were looking for 6 people to train to take over to that store when it opened. So she invited me to come and get a job there. So right now I'm working at a couple different Subway locations that are owned by this particular company. I'm kind of traveling back and forth between stores, and 2 right now, but starting next week we're going to be at our home location. The new store is opening. They're getting everything moved back in, and on Monday we should be back over there. But for the last week and a half I've been going back and forth between 2 different stores, and one of them I really enjoy working at. It's very laid back. I've worked with Jen and another kid. I mean, it's a little disorganized. The Subway I worked at before, the manager worked every single day with us except the weekends. And she had everything on a schedule. You were either on bread, veggies, or cash. And depending on which station you were at, you had certain tasks that you were in charge of throughout the day. So when you came in, you knew where you were supposed to be working. You stayed at your station unless you were out doing the things that were associated with your job at the station. Well, at these other 2 stores, they don't do that. And they don't exactly, I didn't know where I was supposed to be or what I was supposed to be doing at any given time. So when I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, or I don't have someone give me instructions, or, I like things to be laid out. So when I don't know that, I get really nervous, I get really anxious, and I make a lot of mistakes. This one location that I worked at, I think 3 days I worked over there, I didn't really feel welcome there. I didn't feel like the crew really cared for me. I was extra nervous there because I had never met these people before, and I was just kind of thrown in there because I did have experience, even though it was only a few months and it was 9 months ago. I guess they expected me to know everything. And when people have been working together for a while, they have a system and they know how they like things done. Well, the fact that my experience was at a store that was ran completely different. I was a nervous wreck, and I made some mistakes. And because I made those mistakes, I felt like the coworkers there were kind of not enthused about having me there. When I went over to the other location, like I said, it was a little more laid back. I knew Jen. She wasn't even on the clock, but she stayed all night, I guess, to, hang out. But the kid that I have worked with there, he's younger, so he's not as intimidating, working with a manager, an older manager, is always intimidating for me. So it went a lot smoother over there, but once again, they don't have things as structured as what I'm used to, so I'm never sure exactly what I'm supposed to be doing and when. So it was still a little nerve-wracking, but not so much. But like I said, Monday, the new store is supposed to be opening back up. It is going to be 24 hours. I don't think that they're going to be expecting me to work overnight. That would be really difficult for me. And I think because Jen is going to be the main boss there, she'll probably, work with me to make sure that my schedule fits, with Eric's and everything like that. So hopefully it'll work out all right. The only downside that I can see from it is that it's all the way across town. Jacksonville is huge. So the fact that this store is going to be across Jacksonville, I live on the north side, this is on the south side, I'm a little concerned about making it to work and to pick Eric up on time. We haven't had any real issues with him getting home from work. The other day, he called me and said we have a problem because they were going to be getting off early, and he was in Fernandina, which is 45 minutes away from where I was working, and I was just about to go into work, but they made it work out. I like the job as far as like making the sandwiches and helping the customers, as long as they're not being rude, because some of them can be very, very rude. I enjoy the work, and my favorite part is being on the cash register, just because I love money. I love touching money. I love counting money. Anything to do with money. So if I could just strictly stay on cash register all the time, that would be great. Or just make sandwiches and cash, that would be great. But all the other stuff, like trying to figure out when I should flip the Cambros when it's not, structured, I don't know. Or if someone's making a sandwich and something else needs to be done and I'm doing that and another customer comes in, should I stop what I'm doing, go and help the person making the sandwiches? I don't know, because some people can handle a crowd of people by themselves, and some people freak out if it's more than one person and they get upset with you when you don't come and help them. And if they don't say anything to you, how are you supposed to know? I guess I'm just going to have to ask. At the other location that I worked at 9 months ago, they would never say anything to you. They would just go behind your back and talk bad about you, which, it makes it really uncomfortable. I'm a nice person and I try to be helpful. I may not be the brightest crayon in the box, and yes, I get nervous and I make mistakes, but I just don't know why people have to talk behind people's backs. I don't know. I just don't like being in the middle of drama, I guess. Just different people are different. But yeah, so that's basically it. I'm a sandwich artiste. I make sub sandwiches, and that's my job for now. All right, I'm going to go. I just wanted to, tell you guys about my job. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.